Yeah, look, again, obviously having a lot of conversations on that. If you think about the global industrial policies in China, in Europe, and in the US, I mean, they couldn't be more different, especially with regard to electric vehicles. And so now, with the new administration, obviously the focus on electric vehicles in the US is going to be even less. Overall penetration in the US is only at 8, 9%. And although it's growing a little bit, it's really not growing very much. The consumer has really voted against EVs for now, right? Some, progressive people obviously been happy to buy Teslas initially, but the overall effort from the legacy OEMs in the EV space has hugely disappointed against their own expectations. And in fact, most global OEMs have overinvested in the BEV space, and the revenues just haven't come through. So, policy-wise, I think, in the US, clearly, it's going to be even more difficult to grow the EV space, much more quickly. In Europe, we have these very, very tough regulations with regard to CO2 fleet emissions in 2025 and even more tough in 2030, 35. And look, we've been saying recently, those regulations at this stage are simply not achievable. The Germans removed all stimulus, they removed all incentive for BEV buyers. The actual European BEV market went backwards for most of the year in 2024, mostly because Germany went back so far. And so, look, the overall policy mix is simply not helpful in terms of moving the industry towards BEV. Then infrastructure isn't enough. Consumers continue to be worried about range. And we can argue whether that's rational or not rational, but it is the reality. And so these companies are being forced to sell cars at prices below where they can make them just to meet regulations that have been set by the EU. So my view and what we've been writing about is really that the EU needs to really step up with a sort of much more integrated industrial strategy with regard to EVs, with regard to batteries, with regard to other EV drivetrain components. Because if we don't do that, the OEMs have no choice and they will simply buy everything from China. China, all of this is available. There's overcapacity in the Chinese industry. And so it's available. So why would the European OEMs not go to China and buy this stuff where anyway, in much of the time it's cheaper and it's already been developed?